we are talking about innovation, and under the concept of innovation, we are now discussing the concept of marketing. So in the previous session, what we have done is explain what is segmentation, targeting, and positioning, and their relationship with the concept of offering. When you make an offering, you have to make sure the offering that you are making is consistent with what the target market needs. All right. So in this chapter or reading, which is reading 6, we will go through what we call the marketing mix. So we will understand the concept of marketing mix. This is the learning objective of this chapter. And we will appreciate the steps in new product development, how new products are being made. And we will recognize some of the considerations for selecting distribution channels. This is about this week's lesson. So I'm sure you have heard about this concept before, what we call the marketing mix or 4 Ps. This is the core concept that you will learn in marketing. It's called the marketing mix or 4 Ps. What are the 4 Ps? Product, place, promotion, and price. You can say them in any order, doesn't matter. But we have 4 Ps, and these 4 Ps form what we call the offering for my target market. All right, this is what I'm offering. I'm not only offering a product. I'm not only offering a place to sell my product. I'm offering a full package. All right, the product that my customers need and want, along with a place for this target market to find my product that is convenient to them, along with a promotion that attracts the attention of the target market, and also a price that is convenient to them, that they can afford to pay. Okay? So all of these should be a match to your target market. If one of them does not match your target market, then your offering will not be successful. Okay? You are selling a whole bunch of services together and not only simply a product. All right? So sometimes we are going to add people. So we are going to add more Ps to the 4 Ps to when we are talking about services. When we talk about services, we will add 3 extra Ps, which are people, process, and physical evidence. All right, we will revisit this when we talk about services later on. Okay, but keep in mind for now that we talk about 4 Ps for tangible products, and we talk about 7 Ps when we talk about services. Okay. So the elements of the marketing mix constitute the offer made to customers. All of the elements play a role in meeting consumer needs. Okay, so I have a bottle of water here. I have bought this bottle of water because the company delivers the water to my house. All right, so which P am I talking about here? Which P is this? Is it the product? It's the place, absolutely. The delivery is the place. This is the convenient way for me to buy the product. I don't have to go to the supermarket and put a bunch of water bottles in my cart and then carry the bottles to my car and then from the car to my house. No, they deliver it directly to my house, in which they have made the place element extremely convenient. And based on that, I decided to buy that brand. Okay, so the whole offering, sometimes people would make a decision based on other services and not based on the product itself. While marketers use and vary elements of the marketing mix to tailor the offer to customers. So this is what this company did. They changed some of the marketing mix elements, which is the place, okay, to make it more attractive to me as a buyer. So careful research, analysis, and planning are very important for the greatest mix, for a perfect match to your target market. So the first P out of the 4 Ps is called a product. What is a product?
It's goods or tangible and intangible.
Tangible or intangible. So the word product in general could be either a product that you can touch, smell, hear, or it could be a service that is intangible. Okay, so the term product describes all of these terms. In the marketing mix, product includes, you need to specify the product development requirements. So research and development, what the product contains, what is inside the product, how is it made of, the ingredients, for example, and so on. The package design, the branding, and also the aftercare service and support. All of these, they come under the product elements. So we have 3 levels of products, or 3 levels of product benefits. Here at the core benefit of the product, we have what we call the core product. All right, so let me give the example of my iPhone here. Okay, so I have an iPhone. What is the core benefit of this phone? Use it how? Okay.
To talk to people.
Communicate.
Communication. So I make phone calls. I download applications. Maybe I send emails. I communicate through messages. Maybe I use it for maps, for shopping, organizing, whatever I need as apps, I will download on my phone. Okay? This is the core benefit of the service. Okay, so this is the smallest circle here. This bigger circle here is called the actual product. Actual product contains things like packaging, features, styling, quality, and brand name. All right? Now, the color of my phone and the style, okay, are extra features that are not really needed for me to make the main usage of the phone. All right? The brand name. Many other brands and less expensive brands would give you the same functionality, a similar functionality. Okay? But I have chosen a certain brand name with a certain quality and packaging and styling. Okay? Maybe the extra feature that my iPhone gives me is that it connects easily to my MacBook. All right, so this is a feature, an extra feature, and this is why I decided to buy an iPhone in particular, and not a Samsung or Huawei or any other brand. All right, but again, this is not part of the main functionality of the product. Okay, so if you take the second circle, plus, of course, plus the circle here in the middle, you get what you call the actual product. Okay, now, the augmented product contains, of course, everything we have talked about, plus some more features like the installation, the warranty, the after-sale service, the delivery, and credit. Okay, so let me give you examples here. Maybe I me or somebody else, another person, another customer has bought this phone because it provides a 5 years warranty. Okay, I'm making this up. I don't get the 5 years warranty, but maybe the warranty will grab your attention as a consumer. It's not part of the product itself, but it's an extra, it's a plus that will attract you as a consumer. Okay, credit. Okay, Tabi and Tamara nowadays, everybody uses Tabi and Tamara. So if you are able to pay for the product in installments, it might be a more attractive offer to you to buy it. Okay, delivery. If you're buying a sofa, but the store doesn't have a delivery, you might stop buying from the store. All right, because you need your sofa to be delivered to your house. You can't just throw it in your car and take it home. So delivery is also a part of the full package that you are getting. Is it clear? Okay, so 3 levels of products. When you buy a product, you start looking at the core benefits, then you start looking at the actual product, and then also you will ask about things that are important to you. When you buy a car, for example, it's very important to ask about the after-sale service of the car, because they can take care of your car for so many years ahead. Okay. Sometimes also the after-sale service of a car will be the main reason for you to decide to buy a certain brand of car. Okay, so what are the types of products? Products are classified into different categories. First of all, we have the convenience products. These products are frequently purchased. We buy them every day. We don't think a lot when we buy them. We are used to buying them and consuming them quickly, like a bar of chocolate, like milk, like a bag of bread. Okay, you don't get to spend a lot of time and energy thinking about which brand this is or how much it costs, or you don't really make comparison between different brands. Okay, maybe you have done comparison once before, and then khalas, you are used to a certain brand and you buy it all the time. This is what convenience products are. Okay, again, frequently purchased, quickly consumed. Okay, and usually they are less expensive, so there is no risk being taken. Shopping products. Just like the name implies, shopping products are products that you shop for, that you ask about, that you compare. If you want to buy a TV, you compare between option A and option B. You might spend 2 months looking for the right TV for you. Will you spend 2 months looking for the best bottle of milk? No, you will not. All right. So this is the difference. When you shop, it means you are comparing offerings between each others. As a marketer, definitely, you need to know how the consumers behave towards each one of these products, because depending on your own product, what you are selling, the consumer will behave accordingly. Specialty products. Specialty products are products that are very special in what they offer. All right. They are expensive. They have a strong brand preference. For example, luxury items. If you want to buy a Rolex watch, you just go and buy it without comparing it to another 200 Riyal watch that, you know, they both give the same time. You can read the same time on both watches. But the specialty items are so special in a way that are not comparable to other products. People buy them for a reason other than their usage. Okay, that's what specialty items are. Unsought products. All right, unsought products are products that consumers do not seek. They do not look for. I'm not searching for this product. It just came it just came to me. Okay? For example, you are driving your car and all of a sudden you have a flat tire. Okay? You were not shopping, you were not looking for a new tire for your car, but you had to do it because now you need a tire for your car all of a sudden. Okay? So things like insurance, things like umbrellas, it's all of a sudden it's raining and you need an umbrella, so you go grab any umbrella that you see because you have an urgent need for it now. So things like that are called unsought product. Okay, so innovations in products is expensive. Remember, our main topic is innovation. When you want to innovate in the product, you want to innovate in the design of the product and what it has. Maybe you want to change an existing product that you already have. You want to change it into a new one. So mainly, this is what new products look like. I want you to look with me at these products here. Okay, so let's look at these products and how they were innovative. For example, this Coca-Cola ginger. How is it innovative? It's a new flavor, exactly. So this is an example of innovating in the flavor. Coca-Cola ginger, I have never tasted that actually. I don't know how it would taste. All right, so the innovation here comes in the product design itself. So the ingredients, what they put together. How many flavors do you think they have tried until they reached the Coca-Cola ginger? They have done a lot of research and development. They tried so many different levels of ginger or other flavors until they reached the best combination. All right. Of course, a lot of people tasted it. They took the opinion, marketing research, focus groups, all of this until finally the ginger flavor came out. Okay. This cost a lot of money. Innovations in the product, of course, cost money, but it's a must for organizations to remain what? Competitive. All right. So what about this? Tear and share. It seems to me like this is the chips. Is it chips?
Same one, but it don't open it from up here.
Yes. So where is the innovation here? And the packaging. All right. Innovation here comes in the packaging. Tear and share. So it makes it much easier for you to open this bag and share it with others. Okay. So they're suggesting here it's a sharing chips. What about this fridge? Do you have at home this fridge, or do you have the one that has the freezer up? The freezer up. Okay. How do you think this is an innovative design?
Is it a place?
Place? Did you say place?
Yeah, no, I said the place.
Oh, to save space, to save some space.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So it could be for different people, yes, or it could be a new design based on the fact that after they have done some market research, people said, what do you use more, things in the freezer or things in the fridge? All right.
In the fridge.
In the fridge, of course. And is it easier for you, for your height? Do you reach better this part,
Yes.
the upper part or the lower part?
The upper part.
The middle. Okay. So usually this upper part is easier for you to reach. So it makes sense to place things that you use more often up on the upper part and things that you use less on the bottom. Okay? Because here in the bottom, you don't want to bend every time you want to grab something from the drawer, let's leave this bending until we need to get something from the freezer. It makes more sense. But we are so used to the old design that this new design seems weird to us, although it makes more sense. Does it make more sense to you? That the freezer is down here because you don't need the stuff in the freezer very often. You might open the freezer once a day, okay? But the fridge is opened so many times a day, okay? So this is the main concept here of this new product design, okay? So the iPhone as well, of course, when the first iPhone came in, it was a huge advancement in technology. It was a great innovation. And this is what innovation in a product looks like. Okay, so the product itself, the design, the packaging, and so on. So when you do new product development, you have to, first of all, find an opportunity. Find a place or find where you could make some modification that is good for your customers, for your target market. Okay, this is why constant research is needed, marketing research. You will generate the concept. So you will start, can you think about how many fridges were drawn before they came up with this last fridge? Okay, so many different designs, of course, they thought about so many different ways until they reached the final design. Concept evaluation, so you evaluate it, you develop it, so you make it, you make sure your factory is able to make it, to produce it, and then finally you launch it, all right? So you send it to the market. So here we have another model by another researcher. He's called Crawford, and mainly it's the same idea that we just discussed. So you plan for your product first, and you generate the idea, you screen the idea, okay, you test it, and then you send it to the market and sell it. So you develop it, actually you make it. Oh, sorry, maybe here, number 5, you don't send it to the market, but you study the market actually, okay? So you study the market here, you do the business analysis, and then you develop the product. If your previous analysis is, gives you the green light, okay, you test it in the market, and then finally you commercialize it. So you make it commercial to everyone. Okay, any questions?
Nope.
All right, so here also we have another P of the 4 Ps, which is called the place. So we're done with the product, and we saw how we can innovate in the product. Now we come to the place element, which is the second element of the 4 Ps. When we talk about the place, we think about the distribution channels. So this bottle of water was made in a factory, and then it went through many different places before it reached my house. It went to a warehouse, and then maybe to a store, from store to my house. You know, think about the products that you buy. They go through stages before they reach your house, okay? So the distribution channels have some functions to do. They have some information to share. They have some promotions to share. They contact each others, and they contact buyers. They match demand and supply. They negotiate, they finance, and they take the risk. Okay, now remember these words as we are discussing the next slide. They will make more sense to you. Okay, I want to go to this slide. So your product will be manufactured here at the factory. Once it's done, it goes to a wholesaler. What is a wholesaler?
تاجر الجملة.
تاجر الجملة, exactly. This is a wholesaler. And then it goes to the retailer. The retailer is the store in which it's sold, like Danube, for example. Okay? And then the consumer buys the product directly from the retailer. Okay? So products usually go through many phases before they reach the consumer. Now, this is what we call the traditional model. Each channel member is independent. So this is one business, this is another business, a third business, and this is the consumer. So these are different businesses, but they deal with each others. Okay, what do? They share information because they have to discuss and they have to share the information of how much products are needed, right? The retailer tells the wholesaler that they need 100 pack of this water. The wholesaler will go to the manufacturer and tell them, we need 100 bottles of this water. All right, so the information sharing is extremely important so that the manufacturer knows exactly how much to produce. Okay, together they can create promotions to attract more customers. All right, so also together when you see a promotion in Danube for Ariel, for example, they have made with the distributor or with the manufacturer, they have made this deal. They have communicated together to make a promotion. Okay, the contact also, they contact buyers. Remember that the wholesaler is the buyer of the manufacturer. Okay, the retailer is the buyer of the wholesaler, and the consumer is the buyer of the retailer. So each one, okay, has customers under them. Who is the customer of the manufacturer? Yeah, the wholesaler. This is the customer that you sell directly to, okay? Also, matching, because channel members will match the supply and demand. Also, they need to know exactly how much to buy based on how much it's demanded from their customers. They negotiate deals and terms and contracts, of course, and they finance. What does finance mean? Yes, Malia.
Funding.
Okay. Okay. How come they provide funding for channel distribution? Do you think all the stuff that you see in Danube are owned by Danube? Danube has already paid for it? No. Danube pays for it after they sell it to us. Okay? This is what financing is. Okay? Danube doesn't buy all of its products that are on the shelf. Okay? They take the products and then based on how much they sell, they pay to the distributors or to the manufacturer if they get directly from the manufacturer. Okay, so this is what financing means. And
Once a product is split by the manufacturer, or is it split by the manufacturer?
it's put in where did we say information? They share this information together. All right. So all of this is mentioned in the contract that they have together. Okay. Who is going to price the item? I don't know, but it's mentioned in their contract. All right. Also, the financing is mentioned in their contract. Maybe they agree that Danube pays 10% only upon receival, and then 20% after, and then 100% once the product is sold. So they have a certain term. They have certain terms that will be mentioned in the contract. I don't know about these contracts, Maybe the loop itself has different contracts for different distributors, different contracts for different manufacturers. Okay, so it's business for them. So traditional distribution channels. So the one that we have seen consists of one or more links in a chain from the manufacturer to the consumer. So it starts from the manufacturer to the consumer. Some chains are getting shorter, with providers dealing directly with buyers, such as in the travel industry. When you buy your ticket from Saudi Airlines, you buy it directly from the provider. You don't go through intermediaries, وسطاء, right? So other chains are getting longer and complicated, such as in the clothing manufacturing. With clothing, it's very hard to buy directly from the factory. It has to go through different levels. Okay, so vertical marketing system, what we call VMS. So we have seen what a traditional distribution channel is. A VMS, vertical marketing system, is when all of these are owned by the same business. This is what vertical marketing system is. Okay, so if the manufacturer is also itself the wholesaler, it's the same organization. All right, it means that the retailer has to deal with these two together. Is it clear? Okay. Why is this good sometimes? Because owning the other channel member will make it easier to save on costs and save money, because you will have the same interests, okay? Because these two will have the same interests. So these channel members will act as a unified way, will act as one entity, we call it, okay? As one company, and it will have more power in this case to put the rules that it wants, all right? So from one side, it's good because maybe it will be saving on costs, but from the other side, it might not be a great idea because it will have more control on the other players in the market. An example for VMS is Apple. Apple manufactures chips and sensors for its products. It does not buy from other companies. It makes its own product pieces. It has a laboratory in Taiwan for developing the screen. It has bought manufacturing facility in San Jose, providing the company with flexibility and control over manufacturing. It produces its products also in the United States, where it's very expensive to produce products. Apple sells its products through physical and online stores. So you see, Apple owns so much of the channel, so many of the channels, it owns them because it wants to have more control over it. Because if Apple relies on another factory to produce its products pieces, the mistakes might happen. Okay, so Apple wants to be in control on each and every part of the business, and this is the greatest example of VMS. All right. Also, franchises are common example of VMS. Restaurants, hotels, car rentals, car dealerships. These are good examples because usually these businesses own more than one part of the business. Okay, they don't like to outsource their products to other